The NNSCRA offline and online racing as best presents Speed World. Stop number 25 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us back to the Monster Mile in Dover Downs International Speedway, Dover, Delaware, as we're right here today for the running of the Peak Antifreeze 400. We're set for 60 laps of racing on its 1 mile high bank racetrack. Turns bank at 24 degrees and basically an overgrown Bristol. It's a track that'll chew up cars and spin them out as we are set to go racing here today. And here's the starting lineup for the 37 cars that will try to tackle this monster here today. And on the pole is car 26, Tori Gossett, her first pole, I think, this season in the Quaker State Ford, I should say, car 26. She'll be alongside Raphael Leduc, who lost the points lead at last racing tour at Richmond. Hopes to get it back here today. He starts in second position in car 66. Here, Leduc winner this season in the first Talladega event. Row 2 has car 11, Jessica Shelton, one of the 2 3-time winners this season so far. Number 11, Boas Ford. She has one of our 3 in-car cameras in today's event. She won this season at Talladega, Martinsville, and again at the night race at Bristol. She's alongside the Daytona 500 winner, Paul Minnick, in the Valvoline Ford, car number 6. Third row has car 94, Dylan Poteet, the Sunoco Ultra Ford. And number 21, Sitgo Ford of Quentin Moore. He has our second in-car camera. Row number 4 has car number 3, Cole Deaver, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. And number 25, Colin Croppy, the Kodiak Chevrolet. Row number 5 has car 75, Laura Chung, in the Raymont Oldsmobile. She's alongside the 49 Ameritron Battery Chevrolet of Tito McCoy to come off that impressive running at Richmond, where he started he started last in the field, and he ended up finishing 11th in that event. Next row down is car number 28, Keith Batson, the Texaco Haviland Ford, and number 5, that is Austin Reed, winner at Watkins Glen. The number 5 Tide Chevrolet. Keith won the season at Daytona in the 400, and he also won at Rockingham. Next row down has number 12, that's Christian Bracken, and number 33, Nathan Orman. Orman had a top 10 run at Richmond. Next row down has number 33, that's number 83, I should say, John Andrews, and number 68, Ben Cohen, the Country Time Ford. That car is going to be Ford next season, full time. Next row down is number 98, is Ryan Brommer, the Molly Black Gold Chevrolet, and number 30, that is the car of Zachary Fitzwater, the Pennzoil Pontiac. Next row down is number 10, that is Andrew Miller, and number 71, Charles Sanford. Nearly got a win at Richmond, but got shoveled back in the late going. Next row down, Joshua Osborne, number 8, the Snickers Ford, winner at Pocono, and again at Darlington, the second Darlington race. The winner of the first Darlington race is actually right next to him, is Kyle Matthews, in 42, the Melly Yellow Pontiac. Next row down is number 1, Trent Dunham, who won Riverside this season, and number 15, car of Aubrey Scott, the Coca-Cola 600 winner at Charlotte. Next row down has number 4, it's Eric Monaco. He's outside of the row. Inside of him in number 48 is the Rumpel Furniture Machine of Wes McCoy. Next row down has numbers 43, Mike Becker, STP Pontiac, and Reggie Fogelman in 17. Then it's number 18, Noah Sewell, and number 7, Lyle Austin. Next row down, going for the Dover Sweep, Dylan Young, who also won the season in the second Richmond event. He's alongside Ali Liara in car 16. Next round has number 52, Seth Cole, and number 9, Cody McGurk. Then it's number 55, that is, that is Alexander Rowe, and beside him number 22, Dylan Pote, and number 22, Mitchell Hodak, and starting shotgun. And car number 90 is Caleb Fogler. He was not happy with his qualifying run. Watch him move up through the field nicely in the number 90 Splitfire machine. That car, by the way, also coming off the top 10 at Richmond. He could be one of the guys to watch to move up to the field here today at Dover. Ford sweeping the top 6 spots in qualifying here. Believe it or not, here the leading non-Ford product, of course, Cole Deaver and the GM Goodwrench number 3 Chevrolet, the Dale Earnhardt colors. It's an all Chevy 4th row, and then you got Oldsmobile Chevy 5th row after having Fords in the first 3 rows in the field here. Our third in-car camera will be running inside the car of Dylan Young. So again, Dylan Young, Quentin Moore, and Jessica Shelton will have our in-car cameras in today's race at Dover. Here's the command to fire them up.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
That's the way to get a race going right here. And by race, ladies and gentlemen, start your engines because there's a lady on the pole for this event. So the race currently field off of pit road for the green from the pit stop for the pace lap. We'll be back for the start of the race right after this. Field coming off corner number 4 right there. Tori Gossett and Raphael Leduc leading to the start finish line to take the green flag. Pace cars on the pit road as the PK Freeze 400 is getting set at the beginning right here. The green flag's out. Let's go racing at Dover. Tori Gossett out to a tremendous start right here on the rest of the field right here. 3 wide almost 3 wide here. Dylan Poteet, Jessica Shelton, and Raphael Leduc. Go ahead, and here's your trouble spot, turn 4. Gossett leads the first lap, but when you go into turn number 1, it's going to be Jessica Shelton sticking her nose right red number 11 out in front there. So Jessica saying, no way, Tori, I'm the top lady in this series, and she jumps her way out in front right there. And here comes Poteet, low side number 94, as they come out the 4th turn right now. Boy, they're getting very close off that 4th corner here at Dover. Austin Reed, by the way, he's got problems in number 5 car. He came on the pit road, and he's still sitting on pit road there. So he's sitting on pit road before the green flag even fell. Austin Reed coming back on the racetrack right now, so whatever problem was on that number 5 car has obviously been fixed, but he is, unfortunately for him, he is now 3 laps down in 37th position. As here comes Dylan Poteet. And take the Sunoco colors up to the top spot now. Quentin Moore, low side for the number 4 spot inside of Laura Chung. As now Keith Batson has gotten around Quentin Moore, and he's now he was hooked to the back of Jessica Shelton's car. Now as she and Poteet are side by side. Now Quentin Moore has to help Jessica off the 4 turns, side by side battle, and Tori, not Tori, but Tito McCoy almost got turned by the 83 of John Andrews coming off turn number 4. They both managed to keep the handle on these race cars here, but that was a close call off that 4th corner. It almost was our first caution flag of the day. But we're still clean and green right now, and don't go forward, and Leduc's crashed again. He takes the point leader, Joshua Osborne, with him. Paul Minnick was in it as well, too, in his 6th car. And who just hit the 6? Oh, it's Austin Reed. Austin Reed, who was number 4 in the points coming into this event. Oh my gosh, and some of our top points contenders are have gotten in trouble early. As Dylan Poteet leads them back to the start finish line and take the yellow flag on lap number 9. Take a look as to what happened. And there's where the chaos ensued there. Raphael Leduc just drove right into Joshua Osborne, and here comes the 6th car. And there's where Austin Reed just center punched the 6th machine of Paul Minnick right there. But yeah, Leduc got into Osborne. Came off turn number 4 and sent him right into Paul Minnick's car, and then as Minnick drove away, Austin Reed, who was just 3 laps down, had no time to react and just center punched a 6 car just out of frustration. And Reed's now coming on pit road. And he still sits on pit road where he was at for about half the race so far. Austin right now in that car saying, this sucks at this point. So, Austin Reed, well, I tell you what, it's been a hard race for him so far here at Dover. But nobody's out of race so far here in the PK Antifreeze 400. Dylan Poteet is your leader, however, with Quentin Moore second, Jessica Shelton third, Christian Bracken at the 4th position right now in the 12 car, and Cole Deaver running in 5th. Then it's Laura Chung, Tori Gossett, the pole sitter, Keith Batson, and Tito McCoy, and John Andrews, your top 10. Back in a moment. Back at Dover Downs International Speedway, fuel pump problem has knocked the 5 of Austin Reed out of this race. So Austin Reed, nothing but frustration at Dover Downs International Speedway. And I say he wants to be alone in the garage area right now, knowing Austin, obviously. So took break for the number 5 team. They'll try to gain whatever points they can back at Martinsville next on the tour for the Goodies Fast Relief 500. Green flag back out, lap number 13 here at Dover Downs International Speedway. It's Dylan Poteet, Quentin Moore, Jessica Shelton, Christian Bracken, and Cole Deaver, the top 5. Moore and Shelton now goes inside lane, tries to get past right there, and here comes Laura Chung, tries to go inside of Cole Deaver, zips past him, and here comes Keith Batson trying to go inside of the Quicker State Ford. Para Motor Oil companies are going at it right there. Both of them Fords there. Tori Gossett for Quicker State and Keith Batson for Texaco and Haviland. And now Trent Dunham begins to roll as he tries to go inside of Colin Cropley for position. Cropley right now trying for a top 10 position of his own right there. And Dunham got a little bit loose. Come off turn number 4 there. He's in 10th, and Cropley was running 9th, and he got moved to the high side by Dunham off turn number 2. And meantime, Laura Chung though just picked off Deaver for 4th. So Ford's first, second, and third right now. Then you got GM products first, 4th and 5th there, an Oldsmobile in 4th, and a Chevrolet in 5th. Deaver, by the way, has the fastest lap of the race so far, 164.752. Super fast around Dover. It's all concrete. Here at the Monster Mile, as they made it all concrete back in 1995, after it being all blacktop for years and years and years, pretty much. But Dunham runs in 10th position. Tito McCoy now trying to get around Ryan Brommer for position. Brommer running in 11th in a Molly Black Gold Chevrolet. As you see, it's several slew of cars going up behind him there. Tito McCoy runs in 12th position. 13th is Ben Cohen. Wes McCoy is 14th. 15th is Mike Becker. 16th is Eric Monaco. 17th is Seth Cole. And battle going on right there is Dylan Young, Noah Sewell, and John Andrews trying to get past for position right there. 3 wide, 2 rows deep there at Dover. That is very, very sketchy. And now, Kyle Mendes. I thought Kyle Mendes had made it 4 wide through 1 and 2. That was not going to be a smart move at Dover. Lord have mercy. 4 wide is absolutely a certain record at any track we go to on the Castrol GTX Cup Series Tour. As Young and Matthews come off turn number 4 here, and Matthews zips by the 2 car of Dylan Young. On board with Dylan Young, going for the double sweep this season. He also won, as we mentioned, the last race on the tour at Richmond, where he led the most laps in that race. Now goes underneath the man who won the first Darlington event this season, Kyle Matthews. And in turn number 3 to go right here, Eric Monaco just up ahead of Young. And new leader, by the way, too, here at Dover, it's Quentin Moore in car 21. There he is, as he's gotten by Dylan Young. And, Jessica Shelton gives him a bump right there. Come on, turn number 2. Floors with throttle in that Budweiser Ford. Jessica and Quentin side by side off turn number 4. Who leads this lap between the 11 and 21? Moore fights back on the outside. Shelton by about a half a car length, leading that lap over Quentin Moore, and Jessica goes to the lead. But here comes Batson, 28 car, winner twice this season so far. Shelton, winner of three races as we mentioned. Batson's looking for his third. Shelton looking for her fourth this season. She's trying to become the first to win 4 races in season 36. Her and Cole Deaver both have 3 wins. Deaver's wins this season came at Sonoma. He also won at Michigan, and he also won the Brickyard 400 at Indianapolis. So Deaver having another solid season so far at GM in the Dale Earnhardt colors, as he moves the Goodwrench number 3 to the low side. And Trent Dunham, here comes that number 1 car as he's made an appearance now in the top 5. Off into turn number 1 they come. You're on board Jessica Shelton's car as we take a lap around with Jessica here at Dover. In turn number 3 she goes 165 miles an hour in turn number 3, down about 151 in the middle of turns 3 and 4. 157 off the 4th corner now. You see a tachometer at 9,100 RPMs into turn number 1. Down about 153 in the middle of 1 and 2. 157 come off turn number 2. And the tachometer is going down no lower than 8,000 RPM. So this track, an engine builder's notice another track that can be considered somewhat of an engine builder's nightmare. But not quite like tracks like Michigan or Atlanta, pretty much. Poteet also moving Cole Deaver up the track, but they're trying to, as Poteet goes for second position. Here comes Colin Cropley, 25. Cropley's been all the more frustrated with his last half of the second half of the season so far, and he wants to turn that around. He wants to win this race here. He is a former Dover winner himself. That came back in season 33, I believe. He had the number 25 Folgers colors in that race. And Cropley moves Poteet up the track. Meantime, Laura Chung does the same to Tori Gossett in 26. And now Trent Dunham gets past Tori as well, too. So a pair of Oldsmobiles past the green Ford. And now Cropley's got his beat set on Cole Deaver and Jessica Shelton. Here comes Deaver to the low side as he takes the Earnhardt colors to the top spot now. So move the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet to the top spot. Shelton falls back in line though she's not letting Deaver get any further, not letting Deaver get ahead by much. Averaging so far 126.66 miles an hour after 32 laps of this race. Past halfway home here in the Monster Mile. And look at this mess right there. Mike Becker, Wes McCoy, and Christian Bracken, along with Ben Cohen, Kyle Matthews, Dylan Young, Ryan Brummer, Tito McCoy. Reggie Fogelman trying to enter the fray in a 17 car. Ben Cohen now goes underneath Matthews in the 42 car. Cohen was clocked last time by 14th in the field. And back to the leaders here. Jessica Shelton back to the lead now in the number 11 car. As she just now took it away from Cole Deaver, and Keith Batson pulls up behind in 28. And here comes 25 card. That's Cropley getting the push from Quentin Moore and Trent Dunham. And meantime, Cole Deaver hanging strong, going strong on the outside lane right there. Look at that 3 car going the outside. Cole Deaver. It's got some horsepower in that number 3 Goodwrench Chevrolet now. Up to third goes Deaver, and now Cropley says, "I didn't like that at all, and I want to go back in. I want to go back by you." He's gonna have to do it over Deaver's dead body, though. I will say that for sure. But he had another problem right there as well too, as Quentin Moore goes by now in the 21 car. And where did Seth Cole come from in that 52 car? He's now up to 5th position now. Seth Cole looking strong in the heading into the late stages of this event. And meantime, Keith Batson now trying to get around Jessica Shelton for position. That's for the lead. In fact, these 4 cars battling for the top spot, and now Batson goes inside. And Shelton beats him by about a full car length of the line, though. But when they get into turn number 1, it's going to be Keith Batson out in front. And meantime, Quentin Moore and Seth Cole going at it for position with theirs, and Quentin floors the throttle and just blocks Seth. And the yellow flag flies for the second timer today here at Dover on lap number 40. And it's Raphael LeDuc and Paul Minnick. Oh, I see Nathan Ormond. A disaster for the Skull Bandit Oldsmobile of Nathan Ormond, the green and white 33, the Harry Gant colors, who had such a tremendous run at Richmond, the last race in the Tour, and now Ormond. Oh, I didn't see that happen right there. It was a 10 car of Andrew Miller. Or was it the 48? Might have been the 48 car of... So here's what happened between the 48 and the 12 cars. That's what happened coming out turn number 4. They were battling for position. They were battling within the top 10, as a matter of fact. Then McCoy got up in the wall there. Christian Brackett as well, too. And McCoy gets into the wall and it just gets nailed to the 10 car of Andrew Miller. We're going to look at Miller's view as well, too, perspective. Here he comes, smacks the 48 car, gets jacked up by the 33 of Nathan Ormond, and then Joshua Osborne had nowhere to go in the 8 car and just slams into Miller's car. And so the points leader, Joshua Osborne, having trouble today at Dover. He's been in 2 accidents so far. And he now sits in 30th position at Snickers Ford. Lucky for Raphael LeDuc. That Osborne's now having Osborne is also having trouble in the same time he himself is. He himself being LeDuc in that case. But boy, Seth Cole, he's going to be back in the points hunt now in that 52 car. He's going to be licking his chops and hoping he may take the points lead after Dover as well, too. And Cole Deaver may be also making a big move as well, too. So those two are going to make a big points horse, provided if they don't have trouble the rest of this race. As we jump into the final, it'll be coming down to 17 laps remaining in this race here on lap 43. So Keith Batson, can he hold them all off at Dover? We'll find out when we come back. Back at Dover Downs International Speedway, green flag just now flew. We're back underway. And Weston McCoy, Nathan Ormond, and the 10 car of Andrew Miller all out of the race because that crash that happened as well, too. Tough break for Ormond as he also is having a decent run here today. But it is Keith Batson, your leader. Jessica Shelton second. Third is Quentin Moore. Fourth is Seth Cole, and fifth is Cole Deaver, who's about to take fourth away from Seth Cole right now, and he's going to bring Tori Gossett in the 26 car with him. And into turn number 1, Kyle Matthews pulls in behind his buddy Trent Dunham. And now Matthews throws his hat in the ring now. And look, watch that mellow yellow Pontiac go, though. Look at Matthews. 3 wide, gets past both Cropley and Seth Cole in one fell swoop. And now he pulls in behind Tori Gossett for the position as for 6th. As for 5th, actually, Gossett's at the 5th. Matthews at the 6th position right now in the 42 machine. He was running mid-pack pretty much all day long. And now he's going to go for it. On board with Quentin Moore in car 21. Trying to put the Morgan Shepherd colors in the victory lane here at Dover Downs International Speedway. He has got now, this time by 11 laps remaining. Deaver blocks the way of the 21 car. Now Moore goes inside, 3 wide, off turn number 2. And is he going to bring Gossett with him as he has his Q-Man Motorsports teammate Tori Gossett behind him? You remember those two finished 1-2 at North Wilkesboro in the first Union 400 with Moore winning and Gossett finishing 2nd. And Quentin trying to close it back at the back of Keith Batson's car, but Tori says, "Heck with this! I'm going to go for the win." But Quentin Moore, on the other hand, he says, "No, you're not, Tori," and he goes back inside and takes possession away from Tori now. But that's letting Keith Batson pull ahead by way in that 28 car. And now Cole Deaver pulls in behind Quentin now for position. As he pulls Quentin at the 2nd position now, and here comes now Deaver trying to get by Gossett now in the 26 car, and now here and take a look at the 68 car. How about Ben Cohen making an appearance in the top 10 in the late stages? The Country Time Ford looking strong right now in the late going of this event. And here comes Deaver inside of Quentin Moore. Oh gosh! Moore just about slammed the door in Deaver's face, and then Deaver says, "No way, I'm coming through!" And just moves the 21 car up the track. And now does Cole Deaver have anything for Keith Batson? Batson looking for his 3rd victory of the season. Deaver's looking for his 4th. And Ben Cohen, meantime, looking for his 1st victory of the season. Seth Cole's looking for his 2nd. Shelton's looking for her 4th. And Gossett's looking for her 1st. $3,500 that time by between the 28 and 3 cars. Oops, and Cole Deaver, if you're watching this, I am sorry I mentioned that. Yeah, to give you an idea, Deaver's a Falcons fan, so he does not want to be reminded of that game at all. Anyway, Deaver, pulling up behind Christian Bracken at 12 car. What's going to happen now? Batson goes up the track. Deaver tries to close up now. Here to come off turn number 2. They've caught the 12 car, and Batson uses that car as a pick. But Deaver's going to come through one way or another now. Off to number 4, Deaver's up in the back bumper at 3 in the 28 car. 3 to go. 1/10 of a second now between Batson and Deaver now. Ben Cohen waiting to evade if something happens between the 28 and the 3 machines. Two laps to go. Seth Cole goes inside now for third position. Matthews in 5th. Shelton in 6th. What's Cole Deaver going to do in the final lap of this race area? Coming on for the white flag. Deaver comes to the inside of Batson for the top spot. And Ben coming up in the back bumper now, 68 car. Is he gonna move to the inside of Deaver now? White flag! Cohen just spoiled the party for Deaver now! Cohen to second! And they're gonna be side by side. That's gonna be all she wrote right there. Off to number 4. And it's the third victory of the season for car 28. Keith Batson wins the Peak Antifreeze 400 at Dover. So, wow, the Davey Allison colors, Keith Batson out of the state of Maine gets the victory here today for KAB Enterprises. I tell you what about between Cole Deaver and Ben Cohen for second place. Deaver got him by about a bumper at the line for that spot. Tremendous finisher today. Keith Batson's your winner. Cole Deaver second. Third goes to Ben Cohen. Fourth to Seth Cole. Fifth to Kyle Matthews. Sixth to Jessica Shelton. Seventh place goes to Trent Dunham. Eighth to Quentin Moore. Ninth to Colin Cropley. And Dylan Young finishes in 10th position. Average speed of 124.639 miles an hour. So 25 races are down and 6 races remaining on the season for season 36. Boy, going to be exciting down to the wire here today here. Rest of your finishing order here today. Laura Chung with a nice 11th place run here today. Charles Sanford, a solid 12th. Reggie Fogelman, 13th. Ryan Brommer, solid day for him today. Today, 14th in the final running order for the 98 team. Tito McCoy, 15th. Caleb Fogler started last in this race and he ends up finishing 16th. So Caleb Fogler with a nice run here today. Tori Goss at 17th. She got shuffled back in the late going. She was running top 10 much of the late laps of this event. And Tori got shuffled back. Same with Dylan Poteet. He also got shuffled back to 18th. John Andrews 19th. Lyle Austin with the 20th place finish here. Eric Monaco 21st. 22nd place would go to Ali Liara. 23rd, to Alexander Rowe. 24th, Noah Sewell. 25th, Zachary Fitzwater. 26th, Aubrey Scott. 27th, Cody McGirt. 28th, Mitchell Hodak. 29th, Raphael Leduc. And Joshua Osborne 30th. Not the day those two wanted there. They were top 2, I think, in the points coming into this event too. And so not good news for the worst news for Leduc and Osborne. Seth Cole and Cole Deaver both finished in the top 5. So this is going to really tighten it up going into Martinsville next on the tour. Paul Minnick was the 31st and last car to finish on the lead lap. He ends up finishing 31st. So 33 cars finished and 31 of them finished on the lead lap here. Christian Bracken and Mike Becker were the last 2 finishers, 32nd and 33rd. Cars out of the race. Weston McCoy, Andrew Miller, and Nathan Orman, and 4th place in the points, Austin Reed. That is really going to kill him in the points. Coming in for that 5 team. That 5 team, I mean, nothing went right for that car. Unfortunately for Austin, I race, he hopes to have better luck at Martinsville. But for Keith Batson, his 3rd victory of the season, adding on his wins in the Pepsi 400 at Daytona, and he also the winner earlier this season at Rockingham. And now he adds Dover to the list of wins here for the Davey Allison colors. And if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got in our races, we got gaming videos, we got in our online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for a show, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series, the main series on his channel. And if you want in on future seasons of Seth series, be sure to get with Seth and he'll get you going. And also be sure to check out our other channel that is NNSCRA Offline. That channel being X867539858X. It's Dylan Young's channel, the man who runs the NNSCRA Spectrum Bubble Cup Series. And also be sure to check out the channel that he and Kyle Matthews do together, the channel being We the Coasters. If you are a roller coaster / theme park / amusement park fan, We the Coasters is the channel for you. So subscribe to that channel and also subscribe to Dylan Young's channel, X867539858X. And also subscribe to the channel you're watching right here, the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel, for some cool stuff as well too. So that will do here today at Dover Downs International Spear. Congratulations once again to Keith Batson, the winner of the Peak Antifreeze 400 at Dover. And for now, this is James Qualls in production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 11 years of offline racing at best. We'll see you at Martinsville for the Goodies Fast Relief 500.